Welcome back to Instinctive Brain, where we're exploring the fascinating world of psychology. Today we have something truly captivating in store for you. Get ready to uncover some mind-blowing psychology facts about human behavior that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew. From the quirks of our minds to the mysteries of our behaviors, we're about to embark on a journey that will educate, entertain, and enlighten. So, grab a cup of coffee, sit back, and let's dive right in. Have you ever wondered why we behave the way we do? Why we make certain decisions or react in specific situations? Well, get ready to have your mind blown, because today we'll be uncovering not just 5, but 10 incredible psychology facts that will shed light on the inner workings of the human mind. These facts will not only surprise you, but also provide valuable insights into the complexities of human behavior. So, let's get started. 1. The power of priming. Let's start with a fascinating story that showcases the power of priming. In a famous experiment conducted by psychologists, participants were exposed to words associated with old age, such as wrinkle and bingo. Subsequently, these participants walked slower when leaving the experiment, compared to another group that were primed with neutral words. This experiment reveals that subtle cues in an environment can subconsciously influence our behavior and even our physical movements. It's incredible how our minds can be influenced without us even realizing it. Priming occurs when exposure to one stimulus influences the response to another stimulus, often unconsciously. This phenomenon has far-reaching implications, as it suggests that our behavior can be shaped by external cues that we may not even be aware of. Understanding priming can help us recognize the potential impact of our environment on our thoughts, feelings, and actions. It also reminds us to be mindful of the information we consume and the surroundings we expose ourselves to, as they can have a profound influence on our behavior. 2. The halo effect. Have you ever judged someone based on their appearance or first impression? If so, you've experienced the halo effect. This cognitive bias leads us to assume that if someone possesses one positive trait, they must have other positive qualities as well. For example, if we perceive someone as physically attractive, we might automatically assume that they are intelligent or friendly. This tendency to generalize can affect our judgments and interactions with others. Understanding the halo effect can help us become more aware of our biases and make fairer judgments about others. The halo effect highlights the power of first impressions and the importance of recognizing our tendency to make snap judgments based on limited information. By acknowledging this bias, we can consciously challenge our initial assumptions and give others a fair chance to showcase their true abilities and characteristics. It reminds us to look beyond surface-level attributes and engage in deeper, more meaningful interactions with people, allowing us to form more accurate and unbiased opinions. 3. The Bystander Effect. Now, let's explore a captivating story that uncovers the bystander effect. In the 1960s, an infamous case occurred where a young woman named Kitty Genovese was murdered in New York City, while numerous witnesses watched from their windows. Shockingly, no one intervened or called the police. This event led psychologists to study why people are less likely to help in a group setting, known as the bystander effect. It turns out that the more people present in an emergency, the less likely individuals are to take action. The bystander effect occurs when the presence of others discourages an individual from intervening in an emergency situation. This diffusion of responsibility happens because individuals assume that someone else will take action, leading to a collective inaction. Understanding this effect is crucial because it emphasizes the need for personal accountability and prompts us to overcome the bystander mentality. By recognizing the bystander effect, we can empower ourselves to be proactive and intervene when someone needs help, ensuring that no one is left in distress or danger. 4. Cognitive dissonance. Have you ever found yourself holding two conflicting beliefs or engaging in behavior that contradicts your values? That's cognitive dissonance at play. This psychological concept refers to the discomfort we experience when our thoughts, beliefs, or behaviors are inconsistent. To reduce this discomfort, we often adjust our attitudes or justify our actions. Recognizing cognitive dissonance can help us become more self-aware and make choices that align with our true values. Cognitive dissonance is an internal conflict that arises when there's a mismatch between our beliefs and actions, or between two conflicting beliefs. When faced with cognitive dissonance, we have a natural inclination to restore internal harmony by either changing our beliefs, modifying our behavior, or finding new justifications for our actions. By understanding this concept, we can become more aware of our own rationalizations and actively work towards aligning our thoughts, beliefs, and actions. It encourages us to critically examine our choices, ensure consistency within ourselves, and strive for personal integrity. 5. The Stanford Prison Experiment. Brace yourself for an extraordinary story from the annals of psychology, the Stanford Prison Experiment. In 1971, psychologist Philip Zimbardo conducted a study in which college students were randomly assigned roles as prisoners or guards in a simulated prison environment. The experiment had to be abruptly terminated after just 6 days due to the extreme psychological distress experienced by the participants. This study vividly demonstrated the powerful impact of situational factors on human behavior. It revealed how ordinary individuals can quickly adopt roles and behaviors that are far from their usual selves, highlighting the potential dangers of unchecked authority. The Stanford Prison Experiment remains one of the most infamous and controversial studies in psychology. It shed light on the dark side of human behavior, demonstrating how easily individuals can succumb to negative social roles and the abuse of power. This study serves as a stark reminder of the potential for harm when authority is left unchecked, and emphasizes the importance of ethical considerations in psychological research. It calls upon us to be vigilant about the roles we assume and the power dynamics in our society, urging us to create environments that foster empathy, fairness, and respect. 6. Confirmation bias. We all like to think we're open-minded, but confirmation bias proves otherwise. This cognitive bias leads us to seek, interpret, and remember information in a way that confirms our pre-existing beliefs or hypotheses. Essentially, we cherry-pick information that aligns with our viewpoints while ignoring or dismissing conflicting evidence. Understanding the confirmation bias can help us approach debates and discussions with a more open mind, actively seeking diverse perspectives and challenging our own assumptions. Confirmation bias plays a significant role in how we form and reinforce our beliefs. By selectively seeking and accepting information that supports what we already believe, we create an echo chamber that prevents us from considering alternative viewpoints. Recognizing this bias is crucial in fostering intellectual humility and critical thinking. It encourages us to seek out diverse perspectives, engage in constructive debates, and evaluate evidence objectively. Overcoming confirmation bias is essential for personal growth, broadening our understanding of the world, and cultivating a more inclusive and tolerant society. 7. The Pygmalion Effect. Let's explore another fascinating psychological phenomenon, the Pygmalion Effect. This effect demonstrates how our expectations can influence the performance and behavior of others. In a classic study, teachers were told that certain students in their class were late bloomers and had great potential for academic growth. As a result, these students showed significant improvement compared to their peers. This experiment highlights the power of positive expectations and the impact they can have on individuals' achievements. The Pygmalion Effect, also known as a self-fulfilling prophecy, shows that the beliefs and expectations we hold about others can shape their behavior and outcomes. When we have high expectations of someone, we tend to treat them differently, providing more support, encouragement, and opportunities for growth. This, in turn, influences their self-perception and motivates them to fulfill those expectations. Understanding the Pygmalion Effect reminds us of the power of our words and actions in shaping the potential of others. It calls upon us to have positive expectations, provide support, and create an environment that empowers individuals to reach their full potential. 8. The anchoring effect. Let's delve into the intriguing anchoring effect. This cognitive bias refers to our tendency to rely heavily on the first piece of information we receive when making decisions. For example, when shopping, we might be influenced by the original price of an item, even if it's heavily discounted. This effect demonstrates how easily our judgments and perceptions can be swayed by initial references, highlighting the importance of being mindful of the information we encounter. The anchoring effect shows how our decision-making can be biased by the initial information we receive. When we anchor our judgments or choices to a particular reference point, it becomes challenging to deviate from that point, even when presented with new information. This bias can lead to inaccurate assessments and skewed decision-making processes. Recognizing the anchoring effect helps us become more aware of our susceptibility to external influences. It encourages us to critically evaluate information, consider multiple perspectives, and make informed decisions based on a broader understanding of the situation. 9. The Zeigarnik Effect. Have you ever experienced the Zeigarnik Effect? It's that feeling of having unfinished business or incomplete tasks constantly on your mind. Psychologist Bloomer Zeigarnik discovered that our brains tend to remember and dwell on incomplete tasks more than completed ones. This effect can be harnessed to boost productivity by breaking tasks into smaller, manageable parts. By doing so, we create a sense of progress and satisfaction, keeping us motivated to accomplish our goals. The Zeigarnik Effect explains why we often feel a sense of nagging or unease when we have unfinished tasks. Our minds have a natural tendency to hold on to incomplete information, urging us to seek closure. This phenomenon can be leveraged to increase productivity by employing techniques like task segmentation, where larger tasks are broken down into smaller achievable subtasks. By doing this, we create a sense of progress and accomplishment, enhancing our motivation and focus. Understanding the Zeigarnik Effect allows us to optimize our workflow, manage our time effectively, and maintain momentum towards achieving our objectives. 10. The illusion of transparency. Finally, let's delve into the fascinating concept known as the illusion of transparency. This phenomenon refers to our tendency to overestimate how well others can perceive our thoughts, emotions, and intentions. Have you ever been in a situation where you felt that your inner thoughts were evident to everyone around you? Well, you're not alone. The illusion of transparency reveals that we often believe our internal states are more apparent to others than they actually are. The illusion of transparency stems from a cognitive bias where we project our own mental and emotional experiences onto others, assuming that they can easily understand and interpret our feelings. However, in reality, people are not as perceptive of our internal states as we might think. Understanding this illusion can help us communicate more effectively, express our needs and emotions explicitly, and avoid misunderstandings. Recognizing the illusion of transparency reminds us that clear and open communication is essential in building healthy relationships and avoiding unnecessary conflicts. It encourages us to express ourselves honestly and to actively seek understanding from others, rather than assuming they can read our minds. By embracing this knowledge, we can foster stronger connections and prevent the misunderstandings that often arise from assuming others can see into our thoughts and feelings. And there you have it, 10 mind-boggling psychology facts about human behavior. We've only scratched the surface of this vast field, but I hope these insights have ignited your curiosity and left you hungry for more knowledge. The human mind is a labyrinth of complexities, and studying psychology allows us to unravel its mysteries. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell to stay updated with more captivating content. If you found this video intriguing, be sure to check out our other psychology-related content. And, as always, we'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments section below. Don't forget to like and share this video with fellow psychology enthusiasts. Stay curious, stay fascinated, and until next time, take care.